Hi, my name is Ripsime and I'm the founder of the Cube Virtual Reality Arena. We have our first location in Glendale, California, and I have great news. We are opening our second location in Santa Monica, California. I love entertainment and technology, and one day I thought, what if I create something new for the city? I saw VR getting so popular and most people didn't have the equipment at home, and it was really expensive and not easy to set up. And I wanted to make it simple. Just come in, put on your headset and have fun. Actually, Glendale is a city with lots of families, young people and kids, and it's close to Los Angeles. I felt like the perfect place to bring something new and exciting. Not at all. Actually, I looked at so many places. Some were too small, some were too expensive, but I needed a big open space with high ceilings because in VR, people need to move safely. I would even say that finding a good location is really challenging, especially in the United States. That was one of the hardest parts to start my business. Let's say you find a really perfect location and you want to take it, but you go to the city and they say, oh no, you can't do any business here because this is an industrial part of the city. So they don't allow you to do that. Next day you find another perfect location and you're happy, you have great price for the space, you go to the city to obtain the permits and they say, okay guys, you can't do any business here because you don't have enough parking spaces here. And this happens over and over every time, every day until you get the final confirmation from the city hall that you can open your business there. So we found this location in Glendale, the perfect spot in the central part of the city, and we're happy that we could handle and find this perfect location. So here I want to pay your attention in two very important things. First of all, if you find a location and you like it and the price is really good for you, that's not enough, guys. You need to go to the city, get the confirmation from them, see if this type of business is allowed there. If yes, then you're good to go. You can submit your lease and you can start working on remodeling. If no, here you have two options. First of all, give up your idea with this kind of place and find another place, or go to the city and try to obtain the conditional use permit, the CUP. What does the CUP mean? Actually, that means that the city can consider your type of business in that particular place under several circumstances or conditions. I wouldn't recommend to do that. To be honest, if you apply for the CUP permit, that will take months, probably a year, and you don't know the exact due date when they can give you the final confirmation. So probably you will just lose lots of money while paying your lease, for paying your rent, and you won't be able to operate your business there until they give you the final approval. So definitely I was trying to find a place that will be permitted by city, so I will just avoid all these problems and issues. And I found that place. Right now we are here in Glendale, California, in the central part of the city, where we are operating our virtual reality arena, the Cube. This is another very important question and very important point that I would like to discuss with you guys. Prices for commercial leases actually are very variable. It depends on the location, neighborhood, how busy is the traffic of that street, and so on. But usually the price range is starting at $2.70 per square feet, and it can go as high as, I would say, $18 to $19 per square feet. And going back to my location, when I found this location, the next step was, as I mentioned, to confirm if this space is permitted by city. And oh my God, that was permitted. Finally, I found the great location which city allows to operate my kind of business. What are the next steps? You apply for the business certificate. Keep in mind that it will require around probably 3 to 8 weeks to obtain that business certificate, and only after that you can start remodeling and working on your location. Without business certificate, you're not allowed to enter to do any remodeling or to operate this kind of business. Actually, it was really very easy for me to obtain the business certificate here in Glendale because I already confirmed that it's permitted, and all I needed is just to apply online and to pay the fee, which was around, I think, $270, and I need to renew it annually. So other than that, if you want to add any electricity or any line or any building changes like demolishing of the walls or anything like that, you need to apply for extra permits. It can be the electricity permit, it can be the building permit, it can be the plumbing permit. Each of them will take around several weeks or even months to obtain. But without that permit, you won't be able to do any kind of changes on plumbing, electricity, or building. All you're allowed to do with that business certificate is just, painting the walls or just, updating the floor, the carpet, or anything like that. But nothing serious, no serious changes, no serious remodelings are allowed without that permit. So before doing any serious change in your building, first you need to confirm with the city if that kind of change is permitted by the city without any special permit. Actually, remodeling was a big part of the process, and when you rent a space, it never looks like we are ready. It's usually empty or not designed for entertainment, and we had to remodel and spend around I would say 50 days on remodeling and getting ready with the location and setup for everything. That's one of the great parts of being with Battlestar team. They actually give you freedom, full freedom. So you can choose your own furniture, you can choose your own design based on your budget. And it's really very important because I know hundreds of franchising companies that require exact furniture, exact design, and sometimes people just cannot have enough money for that. But here you're free. You can do whatever you want, whatever is in your mind. And that's what we did. And we were able to create our own design, to purchase the furniture that we like, and to keep it under our budget. But what's really cool, the coolest part is that at the meantime, Battlestar provides their marketing, promotional, brochures, everything that you need to handle and to operate the business, everything that you need for marketing purposes, everything that you need if you don't have your own designer or if you want to use their creative design, you can do that. So here, the full freedom was the easiest part for us. Remodeling is one of the biggest parts of the investment. The cost can really vary a lot depending on your budget, on your preferences, the size of your place, and how fancy you want to look. On average, keep in mind that you will spend somewhere between, I would say, $50,000 to $250,000. It depends, actually, it really depends on your preferences. And the same is with furniture. You can just spend $20 per chair, or you can spend $200 on chair. So here you just need to compare to see what you want to do and how much money you have. But the minimum, I would say the minimum will be around $50,000 on remodeling on furniture, because you need to purchase TV, you need to purchase tables, chairs. It's the minimum what you need. Honestly, I try to spend the minimum while still creating a really great location here. For the Glendale Coop, I spent around $50,000 in total, and it covered everything: remodeling the building, furniture, electronics, and even the headsets. Headsets are the heart of the business. For VR Arena, you really need a professional headset that can handle long hours of use and give players the best experience. On average, a single headset cost will vary between like $400 to $500 depending on what you choose. We've chose the Oculus one, and I'm really very happy with the experience we get, and there is no any issue. We work with this Oculus around 1.5 years, and they're really in an ideal condition. I know that Battlestart also works with the Pico, and Pico also gets lots of good reviews. So I don't have any experience with Pico, but I'm happy with the one that we have in Oculus. So you're good to choose any of those. Actually, the headsets themselves are just hardware, and games and experiences come from the software we use. And we use the Battlestart software, which is really perfect for VR games and VR arenas. Battlestart provides us with a huge library of VR games and experiences. We have something for kids, we have something for families, groups, adults, and even for corporate events. And the best part is that all's managed in one system. You just need one tab, and that's pretty enough to manage the whole system and all players. Families, kids, groups of friends, teenagers, even companies for team building. VR is something anyone can enjoy, no matter their age. And they love the feeling of being inside the game in another world. They can fight zombies, they can play laser tag virtually, and they can also do escape rooms, which is really something new, and it's kind of a new entertainment. Running a VR arena comes with ongoing costs, and the main monthly expenses include the lease, staff salaries, utilities, marketing and advertising, and actually maintenance. And speaking about the salaries, in California, especially in Los Angeles, we have really very high wages per hour for employees. And the minimum wage is $18.50, somewhere about that, per hour. So definitely you should consider that you will have employees here. The utility bill will be around $500 to $1,500, depending on the city, depending on how big is your location, and so on. And the advertising. Keep in mind that if you want to run a successful business, you won't and you can't ignore advertising and marketing. I usually spend around $2,000 on Google advertising, Google ads. I spend lots of money on my SEO, and I spend around $1,000 to $1,500 on my SMM. So roughly how much does it cost in total per month? I would say it's for a medium-sized location like Glendale, total month expenses could range between $15,000 to $20,000 a month, depending on staffing and marketing. It really depends, but I would say around 15 to 20. Here, I don't want to share exact numbers for safety reasons, but I started making my first profit after 4 months. Each month got better. More customers came and income gradually increased. Be patient. It's a process, guys. You won't do the first profit in first month. You just need time. Focus on giving a great experience, and the profit will follow you, guys. Despite the challenges, it's really very rewarding. You see your ideas come to life, customers having fun, and the business growing. Guys, I'm excited to share that we are opening our second location in Santa Monica. And this location is in a different city with a different process of permits and setup, and we are also designing it differently. Still, VR focused, but also tailored for tourists and corporate events. It's a new chapter for the Cube, and I can't wait for our customers and followers to see it. Let's go. I will show you actually. I have a surprise for you guys. Okay guys, I've just teleported from the Glendale arena to the Santa Monica arena. Let me show you something. So right now we are located on the 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica. Actually, this is one of the busiest streets in Los Angeles. Today is just Monday, so we don't see lots of people here, but usually during the Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, it's really packed with tourists and people. And my Reels maker trusted my phone and asked me to take a couple of videos from here. Actually, let me show you the building that we've just rented, this huge, beautiful building on one of the busiest areas of the Los Angeles. So it's not ready yet, and yeah, good job. Here is it, our beautiful, spacious building, the place which we're gonna call home for the next 10 years. Let's go inside. I'm gonna show you something. Definitely it's not ready, but you will like it. So here we are. I know it's messy. Please don't pay attention because we're still working on remodeling. But anyways, it's gonna be a really beautiful, spacious, 10,000 square feet building for the most and best, largest virtual reality experience with the bottle store. Actually, this place was the previous Apple store and they moved just to a bigger building on the same street. So they gave us the opportunity to take this place, and overall the condition of the building is really good, so we don't have to spend lots of money on remodeling. We're gonna keep the same theme, the same colors of the cube as we had previously on the Glendale location. Just doing like small changes here, and we are ready to start a business. That's really good because the building is new and you don't have to spend lots of money. Prices for leasing of a space like this in this area range around $7 per square feet. So it's not the cheapest, but it will give me lots of customers. Thank you so much for taking your time and watching this video. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to write them in the comment section. We're gonna answer all of your questions. And yeah, good luck to all of us. Bye.